Introducing the Misha4Pats show with your host, Misha4Pats, and his awesome co-host, Tanner Horn. Here's Misha Patton. Alright, hi there. This is me, Misha Patton from Misha4Pats. That was a pretty amateur introduction. Let's say that. Don't you agree with me, Tanner? That was pretty bad. I couldn't drum it. I
You
need
should have done
music.
like, Misha, here's a better one you could have done. Introducing Misha4Pats with your host, Misha Patton.
Yeah, that would have probably been better.
Misha, what would you do without me?
I'm probably gonna need you for that. Anyways, so this podcast was delayed because of we'll put it clear, SOW, snow.
S-N-O-W, Misha, you forgot your N.
Whatever. I'm tired.
So
See
am
the lights
I.
on. Yeah, that's true. Anyways, I was supposed to work tonight anyways, so that's another story. I don't want to talk about my job and my podcast. Actually, I should because there's a lot of shit I can complain about.
Now, Misha, remember, it's an all-ages podcast, unless you label it otherwise.
I'm probably gonna label it otherwise. I have a lot of things. This is what happens at the end of the day. I literally normally don't cuss, but then I just kind of falls apart at the end of the day, and you know. I say literally if I'm late for something, like I'm literally like yelling that stuff out on the middle of the street when running to my car. F F F F F F F F. I'm like running down the road saying like every freaking dropping F bombs left and right, opening the car door, F bomb there, and then seeing some guy coming, down back behind me, so I have to pull out. You have to pull out. But you always have to look if there's something behind you, and there's somebody driving really slow. And it's like, come on, dude, I need to pull out. So then I drop more F-bombs at that guy, drop maybe a middle finger here and there. Yeah, I'm not exactly a friendly guy, but anyways, the snow that we got, you could talk about your experience.
It's a bitch. Simple as that.
Bitch, yep.
I dug my way out twice just to get out of my house.
Yep, exactly. And look, here's the funny part. He lives in Omaha, right? They have had, how many snowstorms?
Not sure, honestly. I never kept track.
That's hilarious. Yeah, see, never kept track. Let's see, how many have we had? An ice storm. An ice storm that never happened, so that didn't count, so that's 1. That's maybe 0.5, because you don't have to plow, you just have to salt and be careful where you step. And then let's see what else. We had a snow day on a Sunday or a Saturday. You could look at one of my videos in the past. You would have actually, my last video was a forecast video when it was really cold. Remember a few months ago, in November, I think it was, there was that big cold air outbreak that we had. It was really cold. Like it was below freezing in all 50 states, including Hawaii and Florida and obviously Alaska, but California. Everybody, there's some place in all 50 states that had below freezing. I was like, Florida, are you serious?
Hell, in Omaha, we can actually complain about how cold it gets.
No, I know, but then I was like, Arizona, New Mexico, they all had 32 degrees, some place. I was like, dang. I'm like, Arizona is a desert, and I know it gets cold at night, but dang, that's like insane.
Oh, hell, it can freeze at night in Arizona. I used to live there.
Oh yeah, so you could speak for it. Yeah, it freezes at night. It's kind of hot. Arizona doesn't get too hot. I'd say Nevada probably. Death Valley, now that gets hot. Death Valley that's the hottest place in the United States every single freaking year. I bet there's almost nobody that lives there, and the people who do live there run marathons in freaking 100-degree weather, which, shame on you, that's bad for you. You're going to kill yourself.
Misha.
Yeah, that's true.
That's their every day for them.
Well, yeah, Death Valley? Are you freaking serious, man? Like, who lives in death? Like, I'm sorry, I could never live there. Like,
Daredevils, Misha. Daredevils.
People who want to get a heart attack or get a heat stroke and die, and unfortunately, that's what people want to do. So, anyways, talk about the snow. I could actually go to it right now. Let's see here. 5-day forecast for St. Louis. Wednesday, we get the Weather Channel says cloudy with snow developing during the afternoon. High 36. Chance of snow 80%. About 1 inch of snow expected. I could go change cities and it could do something else. So if I go winter weather update, let's see here. Wow, I should probably prepare more. Okay. Shut up, Weather Channel. I don't want to hear your video. Here's other videos. Jimmy the Groundhog bites Wisconsin mayor during ceremony.
Ha!
The bizarre mirages that scared sailors. Shock. Rare black jaguar swims the Amazon River. Why is this on the Weather Channel? Okay, I don't get this.
Because they ran out of stuff, Misha. Simple
When
as
did they
that.
become AOL? Anyways, St. Louis 1 to 3 inches of snow. Kansas City 1 to 3 inches of snow. Omaha 3 to 5 inches of snow. Lincoln 5 to 8 inches of snow. With the edges of Maine 12 to 18 inches of snow. Holy crap! As if they didn't have enough. It's New England, though. They kind of expect that. Well, they won the Super Bowl, so they shouldn't expect that. We'll talk about that in just a second. But so that last storm, you're gonna be surprised at this. I'm gonna read the numbers here. Let's see if we can. Let's see. Storm reports. Here we go. Sorry for the pause here, guys. Maine, 22 inches of snow in Ellsworth. Well, that's New England. Let's see. Buffalo, 12.6. Albany, 13. Not that far away, about 50 miles away in Massachusetts. 24.1 inches of snow in Lunenburg. Holy cow. Boston, 6. Then New York, Central Park, 3.6. So it really shows the contrast. Omaha, it looks like Epley, or no, that's Offutt Air Force Base. Shout out to you, Danner. 7 inches of snow. Des Moines, 11.3. So it intensifies as it went on. 19.3 inches of snow at Chicago O'Hare International Airport. That's insane. No. Missouri, the only snow we got here was, I can't even find them on here because we barely got any. 3.2 inches at Kansas City Airport. 11 inches near Herdsland. I don't know where that is. Kirksville got 10 inches. And Bethany, 6 inches of snow. Let's see, 10 inches in Pender, Nebraska. You guys got a good snow. 7 inches of snow is a significant amount of snow. It's no foot, but that's, Detroit, 16.7 inches of snow. Holy shit, you guys could have had worse.
Yep.
Anyways, for our weather geekiness, because that's actually, if you didn't know that, that's what I want to become as a meteorologist, so.
Yeah. Oh, shit, dude. I just opened up this little crate thing in the Mass Effect multiplayer. I got the fucking best sniper in the game.
Oh, well, boy,
The Widow.
People still play Mass Effect multiplayer?
Mass Effect 3 is multiplayer.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, the original Mass Effect from, God knows what year that
they're not doing that, man. That's stupid.
Okay, now time to talk about the Super Bowl. So, the New England Patriots have won the Super Bowl, but there's a lot of crazy shit that happened. A fight broke out at the end of the game, which one of the Seattle players that got ejected from. Let's see, there's a lot of stupid shit. Pete Carroll will forever be remembered, the coach, for making a bad call. You know what he does at the end zone? Literally, it was 28-24 with a minute left on the clock, right? A minute 20. They're right at the end of the end zone. You know, you have Marshawn Lynch, the best running back in the freaking league. Sure, he's cocky. Sure, he wants to be a superstar. Instead of giving him the ball to run it into the end zone, they pass it. You know what happens during that pass? The Patriots defensive end, I think Marcus Butler is his name, caught the ball and intercepted it. That ended their Super Bowl right there. You're at the Super Bowl, and you instead of you take that. I don't see the risk reward. You're literally a yard. You're a yard away from that winning the game. Wow. Fail.
Yep, very big fail.
Then literally, okay, so now they have the ball. Tom Brady comes out. They're literally in the end zone. You know you could get at the end zone. You can get safety, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they do? They don't even because they're trying to make the clock run out. Well, you can't do anything in the end zone because if you kneel, you're gonna get a safety, and then you're gonna give the ball back to the other side. So literally, you know, they trick one of the Seattle players into making a false start, and then guess what? They move 15 yards on the field, and now they're safe. And then a fight breaks out, and then literally, that was like the most, like literally 10 minutes of football I've ever seen, most intense. I'm a New England Patriots fan, so I was happy.
Huh.
Most people probably like you, if you ever watch a Super Bowl, you're probably there for the ads. You don't care about the other
I don't even care about the ads, man.
Oh, you know who plays the halftime show? Guess.
I don't care.
Katy Perry. God damn, that was bad.
Well, it does. Katy fucking Perry. What do you expect?
But they had what's Lenny Kravitz, who wasn't bad. Then Missy Elliott, who I really liked. Freaking 90s rap. No, they both of them they turned their mics down, so you couldn't hear them. You could hear Katy Perry. What the hell?
People care about Katy Perry for the stupidest reasons. Simple as that.
They had literally there's a scene where it had nothing to do. They just had dancing beach balls and dancing freaking palm trees. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? I don't know. I don't want to talk about that part. That was bad.
You already started talking about it, Misha. I didn't give you any information about it.
It was bad. Just that's all I had to know. It was. I mean, but they're Super Bowl halftime shows. They're always bad. I'm gonna just say, just put it out there. Anybody who dares and says that they're good is horrible. It's mistakenly wrong. Is that they're good? They're not good. Like I know that's an opinion, but like I almost think it's a fact. How the hell can you, like even when you got bands like the Who on there? Oh God, that was one of their worst performances ever. It's you know what's worse is the fact that the NFL used to pay them to be on stage. Guess what? They have to pay the NFL now. The performers. So, because now it's like, oh, it's part of our tour. I'm like, no, it's not part of your tour. You're on national TV. You're on the biggest live television program in the nation. Every year it always breaks records. And you know what you do? It's going to be in the Super Bowl. Let me share this link out here very quickly. I forgot to do that. That was a bad idea.
Misha, you're being a bad host.
Yes. I haven't done this in a little while, so I'm always at least unprofessional. Maybe that's why people will watch me, is because I'm unprofessional.
I think it might be for the comedic answers you get. Host.
I'm ranting about the Super Bowl halftime show that doesn't even matter. Or geeking out about weather. Holy cow.
You're a born comedian, Misha.
Born, totally. I totally am. Let's see here.
At times I think I'm a born psychopath.
Twitter. First of all, I need to send this to him. This link to somebody, and I can't find. Where the hell's messages on here? Oh, it's right here. Freaking getting in my mind. Freaking stop the camera. Hopefully that fixed it. Let me see here. Did I look? Yeah. I know my camera's going out berserk because I did that. There. I get that out of the way. We tweeted it, Facebooked it. I'm good. It's on Google Plus already. At least that's the one good thing about Google and YouTube being one, is that automatically happens for me, so I don't have to do anything.
Yep.
Anyways, not sponsored, by the way. AW does not sponsor this.
We are completely free of any sponsors. We
That's
need
not
some.
true. I have ad revenue at the beginning of end of the videos, but I don't get any money from that. In fact, I have it monetized right now.
You should monetize this, Misha.
It is monetized. I literally checked the monetization box. But guess who makes most of the money? Freaking Fullscreen, my partner network. It sucks. The only reason I'm partnered is because if I have an issue, I could talk to one of them and they could talk to YouTube. Otherwise, I can never ever talk to Google or YouTube because they don't have a support line. How the hell can you have money transfers and not have a support line? What the F is wrong with you? No, we're Google. We don't agree with it. We think it's too 20th century. Well, you know what? You need a human sometimes. You can't solve every problem. Computers are not perfect. They're only as good as the person who programmed them. Think of that. Jesus.
Amen to that.
But no, because we founded Google, we programmed it, we're perfect. We think Google is perfect. I'm like, don't tell me you never had to refine Google's search algorithms. Don't tell me that. Don't go out there and be like, I'm so perfect. Holy cow. If humans aren't perfect, then computers aren't perfect. So don't, or else we won't have bugs. There you go. Update Google Chrome. If there was any bugs, I wouldn't need to update Google Chrome.
Yeah, but there's always going to be bugs, because no matter what, people will find loopholes and hacks.
Exactly.
Like in this game, that I can hack at any moment I want to, but due to the fact that I enjoy it too much, I'm not going to.
No, you know what happened? Okay, I'll talk about GTA. Okay, well, I'm going to skip gaming and talk about GTA 5. That game was ruined. The online on last-gen consoles was ruined by hackers.
Well, duh. It's always going to happen,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Well, especially when you have microtransactions, and, I actually was a person who grinds in that game, and instead...
Only thing I'm microtransaction for was a good house, so I can actually run out and hide in a nice, decent place, and keep all the cars I've either stolen or are earned.
No, here's the problem. There's too many good cars in that game, so you can never, ever... So your garages get full really quickly.
Honestly, I just keep a bunch of motorcycles in mine.
I don't have motorcycles. I have a motorcycle. I have that little compact car, whatever the heck it was called, that came out a few months ago. On the hipster update, that was hilarious. It was called the Panto. That's what it was called. It was a little smart car looking thing. Oh my god! It was like I just had to get it because it was just so different. I was like, yay, small car! I could easily maneuver it. Except whenever they had that snow update, you know how smart cars are in the snow. Yeah, that doesn't happen. They're sliding in freaking donuts. I couldn't even drive in that game. Thank God I also had a truck. I feel so bad that I didn't spend any money on this. I grinded, but because I grinded on those large payout jobs or whatever they are called. Oh, it was called I forgot what it was called. I think Rockstar fixed that, so it's not as bad. Anyways, let me go back to what I was saying about GTA 5.
How the microtransactions and the hackers.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's ruined, but, they should have expected this. I don't know. It felt as if the entire time that I felt as if that the GTA Online and current gen consoles on the last gen consoles or whatever, it was always a beta. It was a beta. It was you can't. Who's going to debate with that? It was a beta. The entire time. Nothing more, nothing less. It was a beta.
Sometimes betas are good, man.
It was a next gen. It was an unofficial beta. It was for the next gen consoles. And let me tell you, I barely played it on next gen consoles, but GTA Online's gotten worse. Matchmaking was they fixed matchmaking in current gen consoles, right? So you could always find somebody now, because it used to take forever to find somebody to play with.
Oh yeah, be stuck on those servers or just alone.
Yes, exactly. Always alone, trying to get somebody, even trying to get your friends to join was a pain in the ass, because it was Rockstar servers suck. I was like, you got $1 billion in a week, and it's like the other thing is that their launch, you couldn't even get on the servers. I remember that. I'm like, you had 2 weeks. It came out 2 weeks later. It didn't even bother the fact that they tested. They had the numbers too. They had how many people who bought it, and they could have said, oh well, if like I don't know, we sold 20 million copies and 19 million of those got online at once. You can run scripts that test that. I think it'd crash. 19 million people trying to get on. That's an insane number of people. I mean, I understand that this is a rare game to have that many people and no game launches well, but it was like 2 weeks later. Was it like, oh, well, it launched the day of? No, it was 2 weeks later. Like literally, what the thing that made it worse was that because it launched 2 weeks later, people already beat the campaign, so they had nothing to do but wait for online. So,
Oh dude, I said fuck campaign in that game. I went straight for online.
well, the campaign is really the typical, really good comical writing of Dan Houser and with his brother or whatever.
Yeah, but honestly, the only reason I got the GTA 5 game was just for the multiplayer.
And the multiplayer is great when it works. It's like the best multiplayer. It's like literally one of the best multiplayer because it's like it's not FPS. It's not a racing game, but it has all those things in it. You can play golf in it. For crying out loud, you can play tennis. Like what other game?
No one really wants to play golf. They took the time to program that in.
But it works so well though. It's like PGA, like literally. I'm like, how is like this is PGA, like in a freaking bigger game. Or over 45 million copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 have been sold on consoles. Publisher Take-Two shared the numbers today during an investors' call. 10 million copies of Rockstar's open-world game were shipped for PS4 and Xbox One alone, despite being released only 2.5 months ago. And it's like a game that everyone played, but I guess because of the online, I mean, I played it. Like if the first game I'd say usually people to get for next-gen consoles would be GTA 5. It looks good on next-gen. It has first-person mode, so if you want to play like first-person shooter like.
Oh, they actually implemented that finally to all the consoles, or it's still just the Xbox and PC and hacks?
No, no. First-person mode is currently available for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Well, PC hasn't came out yet, so.
PC's hacked it.
I haven't seen it. I've seen GTA 5 and GTA 4, but I haven't seen because GTA 5 hasn't came out yet officially. Take-Two Interactive reports strong earnings. Keep in mind, Take-Two also owns Bethesda. So when you own Rockstar and Bethesda, which are like the probably two greatest freaking AAA game studios of all time, in terms of ratings, they make games that are extremely high ratings. They also own
Bethesda's games are some of my favorite, to be honest.
They also own
elements of an RPG with all the action and violence of a first-person gunner.
They also own 2K, who also makes Borderlands. There's so many games. Most people are like, oh, well, they think EA. I'm like, no, I think Take-Two is bigger. Plus, they let their own developers they don't rush their developers. Do you see how many times they let Rockstar delay their stuff? And internally, they let Bethesda's projects be delayed, but that's because they took their time on those projects, and I don't think those games would have been as good if you let them launch crappily.
Yeah.
So let's see. It grew. NBA 2K5. Let's see. So they also have Civilization. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been probably the game. Let's see, it says 34 million units in August last year, so up to 45. That's 11 million new units. That's sold, not shipped. Keep in mind.
Which is amazing for them.
I know, sold, not shipped.
You got a lot of copies sold.
The PC version isn't even out, so you can't imagine what that's going to be. So that's probably going to sell even more. And that's just one game that's probably by the end of this year will be 2 years old. You know,
Yeah. Oh,
it's
I also can't wait for some of the new games that are coming out this month.
well, they are. I heard they're working on Red Dead Redemption though. Red Dead
Oh,
Redemption
another
2.
one?
The two. Well, I don't think it's going to be called Redemption because there was Red Dead's before it. It's probably called Red Dead something. Red Dead 2 or something. I don't know. Red Dead
Might
3.
be taking after the story of the guy's son, you know?
Yeah, I would too. Except I thought they got. Oh yeah,
It's
yeah
survived, remember?
he did survive. I was gonna say because I remember but John Marston died. A spoiler. Sorry. The other guy.
The main character gets killed off.
The mom dies later on, and the antagonist, I forgot what his name was, got killed. So those FBI dudes, I think, also got killed, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly, but
It's been a while, man. It's an old game.
it is an old game. But that was like GTA Wild West.
Yeah, that's pretty much what everyone said it was, and it's true.
But it worked so well. Because they used the gunslinger mechanics. Considering the fact this is an old time, you can't have like AK-47s, you know, and freaking submachine guns and stuff like you can Grand Theft Auto 5 or any Grand Theft Auto. So, because that game is kind of like what we have today. But
Honestly, in the GTA series, I've literally just used a fucking retro musket rifle to kill people in the most hilarious ways.
no, you know what I liked in 2014 was the fact that Rockstar kept updating that game with new stuff. Like that was amazing. Like they keep making you come back for the game just to try the new stuff, just to try to unlock the new stuff, just to play in the new playlists. Because those motorcycles are cool, which was really just a paint skin on that bagger. That's what it's called. It was just a skin. That's all it was. They had that
Honestly, they handle a lot better than the cars, though.
The monster truck I liked, but the monster truck kind of had bad handling in sometimes. But I liked the sound of it. That was nice.
Dude, all the cars have bad handling in that game. It's like the one thing that you know you're playing a GTA game is your cars do not work.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's how you know you're playing GTA. No matter how much you try and how much you practice, you can't get the car to go straight after getting bumped once.
Well, here's the thing. You could lose health from hitting people too many times.
Oh, you lose health. You get thrown off your bike if you do that too many times.
That's true. But
Does that stop me? No.
No, here's the thing: your bike. If you slam on the brakes, the bike actually it tilts up. Like talking about like when you stop, you can feel the back of the bike tilt up. You can see it even tilt up, and it's like no, because you can go flying off of it if you stop too slow. If you stop too fast, I mean. Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think? Let's see. We can talk a lot about GTA 5. What do you think about Lindsay Lohan suing GTA 5?
I think it's stupid.
Publicity, money.
Yep. Average Lohan stuff.
Yes. See, it says. Look, even IGN said, amid the clatter of Destiny, GTA 5 is once again the only game IGN editors are playing. 1 year later. That's insane. Destiny, what do you think of Destiny? It was kind of a...
I got it. The DLC is okay. It actually increases on the story, considering how short it was.
No, the story... What story does it have? It increased on the story, but even that kind of wasn't that... Even the story in the...
The story is short as hell.
It doesn't make any sense half the time. You're like, oh, they don't even explain why you're doing this. You're like, well...
It's to protect the light.
It was literally like, go take DinklageBot and make him go hack a computer, and then literally every mission was like that. I was like, and then defend him while a whole bunch of other dudes come up here, and then kill a boss that takes forever.
I actually did kill the boss by myself, the final boss in the main story. It took me a machine gun, a sniper rifle, and a hand cannon.
Dude, I had a hard time.
The one class that's supposed to be your Your recon class, your guy in the back's picking him off for you.
That's the one game I actually refused to pre-order was Destiny because I literally knew, because what I saw based off of what I saw at E3, I was like, this looks too repetitive. This looks like I could predict this game's gonna have a crappy story. I couldn't believe I was right. Like literally gave away all the clues because like literally like most games would have a story trailer. They didn't have any story trailer. I was like, what
It
on
was all
earth?
action.
Exactly. I was like, oh, we were all doing stuff. Like literally, okay, yeah, you had gameplay trailers, but I was like, oh, well, like I couldn't make out a story. Like Halo, I couldn't. Like this came from Bungie, the creative minds behind Halo. Like the Halo stories aren't that bad, and could at least have a story and they make sense. But like, no, this was just crap. And it's the most expensive game. It literally, what they almost had to outclass GTA 5. They spent nearly as much as that Rockstar spent on GTA 5. You look at GTA 5 story, it makes sense. It's there. There's an entire mode dedicated to it. There's, it's just amazing.
Honestly, though, I do have it, and after a while, it does get fun in the multiplayer when you get a high enough level. Because you can just go around like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'll pick you all up one by one with the hand cannon to piss you off with a headshot that I didn't even aim down for.
Let's see. Uh, let's see. So, what do you think of heists? Do you want to play it when heists come out? Do you want to we should play that. We should play some of
Sure,
that
man.
heist. Because the heists are good. The online heists. We already had heists in single player. They look interesting. You need multiple players, so I got some people, but problem here's the thing. I own an next-gen console, which at this point, not many people I know have an next-gen console, and some of the people I know are like, I'm gonna get an Xbox One. Why would you get an Xbox One? Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know. I mean, there's something I told you. I'm like, you should get a PS4. Okay, online is cheaper. Uh, the Xbox Live has been down over the past like 4 weeks, like several times, which is absurd. Considering I'm like, oh, it used to be that they used to be like the hallmark of being online. Now they've turned it ever since the Lizard Squad, but I'm not gonna talk about them because they don't deserve any attention. The Lizard Squad, because they're a bunch of dicks. That's I want to do this because I want to save Chris. No, 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 no. You just screwed. Like, what about all those people who had to go back to work at Sony and Microsoft to go fix the PSN and Xbox Live? Dumb idiots. But anyways, look, why would you get an Xbox One? Like, uh, just get a PS. I know it was cheaper than $50, but that $50 is well worth it. Like, I could have said that about the PS3 too. You're gonna get games that are better. That are, if you look at Sony, Sony has way more studios. Do you see how many games are coming out in the next year for just PS4 alone and PS Vita and well, PS Vita doesn't count, but
Crossplay compatibility.
yes. Oh,
Any
I
game
have
is
that
gonna
on
be
my
on the
phone.
move.
I can remote play on my phone now. I downloaded the app. I kind of got the APK off of online. You're not supposed to get it. It's only supposed to be available for Xperia phones, but who the hell has an Xperia phone? I'm sorry, that's Sony needs to stop that. I'm sorry, but who is going to get an Xperia phone? They're not a. They should stop being a cell phone company. They should stop being a. They should stop being what they're not. Let's see. I'm trying to see because there's a whole bunch of articles on the stuff that I was trying to find on the newswire. Let's see if I type in GTA 5 PS4. And no, let's see. I'm sorry for being quiet here. I'm trying to all the stuff that they added. Let's see here. Here we go. Rockstar Games. Release date and exclusive content deals. Rockstar Games is proud to announce Grand Theft Auto 5 will arrive on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on November 18th, 2014, with the PC version to follow January 27, 2015, which never happened. Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC will feature a range of major visual and technical upgrades, which I even took a screenshot of it, which I'm probably going to take a screenshot of it on the PS4, the PS3 at the same spot. It looks so much better. There's more traffic. Let's see here. It says range of major visual and technical upgrades to make Los Santos and Blaine County more immersive than ever. In addition to increased draw distances and higher resolutions, players can expect a range of additions and improvements, including new weapons, vehicles and activities, additional wildlife, denser traffic, new foliage system, enhanced damage and weather effects. Weather effects I know as damage. I didn't see any damage. Let's see. It says there's Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC will also feature enhanced radio selections with 100 additional new songs and new DJ mixes from returning DJs across the game's 17 radio stations. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can also get the Dodo, and there's a more maneuverable blimp if you return from PS3 to PS4. All those cars that were exclusive to people who pre-ordered the game on the collector's edition, now they're available for next-gen owners. Let's see here. Let's see here. It looks beautiful, I'm telling you. Anyways, let's talk about PS4 versus Xbox One a year later. The PS4 is still outclassing the Xbox One in sales globally. Do you want to know why? You really want to know why? You can answer this question, Tanner.
Quality of gaming and everything. Visuals, Wi-Fi, connectivity, actual use for games.
First of all, the PS4's menu is simple. Look at the Xbox One's menu. It was literally built around Kinect. Now you don't even need Kinect. So why did you build this menu around Kinect? You just abandoned it so quickly. I know people were upset about it. I'm not saying don't require it, but like pack it in there with them. I'm sorry. I know I'm a little upset. It's like developers, they kind of backtrack on developers there.
Yep.
Which at the same time, I guess we're also the ones complaining that, oh, well, you always need it to be plugged in. I'm not saying you always need to be plugged in, but just include it in there. I mean, let's see, PS4, let's see, VG's charts. I'm going to use VG charts. This is the website you use to check in on sales. Xbox One did outsell the PS4 during the month of December and November since they got the price cut in October. But I think that they've recovered. Let's see, here we go. A big Advanced Warfare ad, by the way. Talk about DLC. Oh, it's available on Xbox Live and Xbox One. Here we go. Oh, let's see. 18.8 million PS4s were sold. 48% of market share. Versus a little dinky little 11.2 million with the Xbox One. And very, very close by, trailing, 9.1 million Wii U. So the Wii U isn't even that far behind. Even though people want to say it's completely crashed. But here's the part you're going to succeed in. 54 point... Out of all the consoles, next gen and portable, 50.4 million 3DSs were sold. That's insane. People say Nintendo's going away. And handheld gaming is going away. I beg to differ.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's insane. 50.4 million. PS4 18.8 million. That's the difference I want to show. I want to show you there. Keep in mind, the PS3 and Xbox 360 both sold about 80 million. That's how close.
Mm-hmm.
So year to date, let's see. Oh, weekly software sales as of January 10th. Grand Theft Auto 5, Pokemon. This is globally. That's on the PS4. It sold the most, 161,000 copies. And the Xbox One is still being outsold. And so the other thing is what do you think of? Would you if it wasn't for the if you had the money, right? Or you had the chance to choose between a PS4 and an Xbox One, and it was going to be for free. Somebody was going to pay for it. What would you choose?
PS4, of course, because
What
I
if I
finally
added
got what I wanted from that the Xbox One had it, and that is Dead Rising 3.
which that's the only thing I think that Xbox has. Forza
PC.
Forza is a Gran
Controller.
Turismo. That was a steal from Gran Turismo. Um, Halo. I have to admit, Killzone was really bad. Killzone Shadowfall. It's a really bad game. On, but it had good visuals, so I think that was the purpose of it.
It's more of a show off the visual properties of it, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Uh, the only thing that I felt was they didn't future-proof the consoles. Like, there's not going to be 4K gaming on PS4 and Xbox One, which is like
Yeah.
disappointing. Considering, remember the PS3? The fact that it was built for
Yeah.
3D and HD and for 1080p when everyone was still going to 720p, it was way ahead of its time. Yet they kind of stopped that with the PS4, just probably to make it a little cheaper. But frankly, I don't think Sony have done that as a criticism. I'm not a big I'm not saying Sony has done things that were wrong. But otherwise, it's like I don't know. For a while, they didn't have music. Oh yeah, did you hear that? Music Unlimited is going away. They're being replaced
Yeah,
with
I've never used it myself, anyways.
it's gonna be replaced with PlayStation Music, which is just Spotify. Which I'm like, Spotify is much better. It's
Yeah.
somebody I want now. It means Sony will have to, they don't have to keep paying for a music service. It's gonna cost them more money if they just have they outsource it to another company. Uh, then it's gonna be better. And you know what the cool thing is that I don't have to have a Spotify subscription and a Music Unlimited subscription. I could just have one subscription. That's the cool part. And I could play it on my PS Vita if I had one, or on my PS4. Xbox Music is not very good. Let me tell you that.
That's obvious.
I mean, you could get it. Just one thing I don't like is that everyone has subscription services, right? I'm currently subscribed to PlayStation, or no, Google Play Music, because I use a lot of it on my phone, and I can actually speak to my phone, and it will work well with Google Now. But it doesn't really work well. Here we go. Uh, hardware comparison. Let's see. Oh yeah, guess what? The Xbox One doesn't even have Bluetooth. How are you in 2013 when it launched? Do you not have Bluetooth? Can you
I
explain
don't
that to
know,
me?
man. I don't know.
What were they thinking? Oh, we're so future forward thinking with the next gen console, right? But we didn't. We weren't thinking about the people that. Hold on, let me try. There's currently somebody watching us right now. Sorry, sir. I gotta see if he's commenting. Oh gosh, I can't find it. My dog's barking. Oh my god, she's really making me upset. She's gonna get spanking. She's gonna get spanking if you and I don't. mean the other kind, but I'm talking about that she's been a bad dog. Come on, you have to stop barking. Who barks? Apparently her.
Mark.
It's that tiny little dog, remember? Yeah, she's kind of
Yeah.
annoying. Come on, man, stop barking. Yep. I think she's in her bed. I think she went to. We put her in a little cage. We put to go to bed, and she's like, no. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to YouTube video itself because you know what? This Google Hangouts shit doesn't work. Piece of shit. I don't like it. I want to be able to control it. Anyways, okay, I want to talk about the Rams move. Now,
All right.
if I could find. Oh shoot! I can hear myself. Holy cow. Okay, she's pissing me off. Come on! I swear. She's not getting anywhere. She thinks she's gonna get something out of it. She's not gonna. Here we go. So this is from Channel 2 in our area, Fox 2 Now, from St. Louis. There were new details on Tuesday, on the proposed new NFL stadium in St. Louis. And new information whether it'll be the Rams playing anywhere. It's in the end, we want the Rams to be an NFL city, whether it's the Rams or not, said St. Louis Mayor Francis Slay. Sources told Fox 2 that there'd be several locations considered. The old Chrysler plant in Fenton, to an open farmland on Highway 141 Maryland Heights, which I'm like, why? Never mind. To a site along the riverfront in northern edge in downtown St. Louis is a clear winner. The area is currently dotted with empty, graffiti-covered buildings now. Says, where's the 50-yard line? Fox 2's Amy Baker asked Mayor Slay. I can't answer that one. I do never look at this site. I know that they're going to present for sure, but they were looking at a site on the North Riverfront, which I think is great. By they, he meant Anheuser-Busch executive Dave Peacock and attorney Bob Blitz. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon appointed the pair to spearhead a new stadium effort in St. Louis. Given Monday's unveiling of Rams owner Stan Kroenke's plan to build a new stadium near Los Angeles, Slay seemed resigned to the idea that St. Louis no longer had a partner in Kroenke. Slay said Kroenke won't meet with St. Louis readers. We've all tried. The governor, the CBC, which is a sports commission, that's the city, the mayor's office, we've all tried. Frankly, we've gotten nowhere here. We have to be realistic. We've seen an ownership of the Rams that has not shown any indication that he has an interest in staying in St. Louis. What is someone telling? Maybe we're reading the tea leaves wrong. I don't believe so. Sources say the St. Louis Stadium site is large enough for the stadium with parking lots for 20,000 cars or more. That's a shit ton of cars. Plus room for surrounding commercial and retail development. If Kroenke had no interest in that, another NFL owner probably would. Well, you're laughing at this, probably, considering that we're fighting to get a stadium here. We're literally giving him a stadium. And he's like, I don't want it. I want to build my own $600 million stadium. But let me give you some...
It is hilarious.
It is hilarious. Now, I could go back all the way to the 90s, which is when they moved. They moved in 1994 to 1995. That's the off-season they moved. Let's see. Georgia is in game for Rams in Southern California. The first seed says that the Stars are doing horrible. Georgia, at this point, Georgia Frontiere, she was the owner of the Rams. She's the one who moved here to St. Louis. Blamed the poor front office decision on their stadium situation. Neither Orange County nor the city of St. Andrews were prepared to build a taxpayer-funded stadium just for the Rams. After all, there were three perfectly suitable stadiums in the greater LA area. Georgia Frontiere attempted to move the Rams to Baltimore, Maryland, but that deal eventually stopped. You want to know why? Because they had the Baltimore Ravens. Miss Frontiere sought to relocate the Rams to the city of her birth, St. Louis. NFL owners of the Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, Giants, Washington Redskins, Arizona Cardinals, and Minnesota Vikings specifically voted to oppose the move, arguing that Frontiere was claiming that without the extra revenues for a new stadium, the LA market was unprofitable and at risk bankrupting the Rams. They said that she had badly mismanaged the team. Nevertheless, she threatened to sue the NFL. Ultimately, Commissioner Paul Tagliabue acquiesced to Frontier's demand. As part of the relocation deal, the city of St. Louis agreed to guarantee that the stadium's amenities would be maintained in the top 25% of all stadiums in the National Football League. After having lost the Cardinals to Arizona after the 1987 season, due in large part to the city's refusal to build them a new stadium. So we learned our lesson after that. St. Louis had already begun construction on the Edward Jones Dome in an attempt to lure new franchises. Does this seem familiar to you? We tried to build a stadium then to get a team to move here because another one was moving away. It seems like it's happening all over again. Let's see. Frontier waived the clause after 10-year threshold period has passed, though as the city implemented a later plan to improve the stadium. Here we go. As I said, the move left many in Los Angeles area in bed with the NFL. Fred Dreyer, who used to be on the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, when they were Los Angeles Rams, said, "I hate these people. The organization and its owner for what they did, taking the Rams logo with them and when they moved it to St. Louis. That logo belonged to Southern California." And guess what happened? We won our first Super Bowl for the Rams. The Rams never won a Super Bowl in literally 4 years later after the move. And we went to another one. They never had been to a Super Bowl. What? See? We earned all those MVPs. And what happened here when we're in St. Louis, because St. Louis rocks. First of all, we had the Cardinals, the Blues. Those are both great teams. Kurt Warner shocked the league by throwing 41 touchdowns. This got the Rams to Super Bowl 34, where they beat the Tennessee Titans 23-16. There you go. There you go. Guess what? Since they've been here in St. Louis, they've had more losses than wins ever since they moved here. Because the rest of the years after the Super Bowl, they sucked. That's horrible. That's horrible. The Rams do horrible. The Jeff Fisher era. That was probably where we're in now. Stadium issues. The Rams and the St. Louis City CVC began negotiating deals to get the Rams home, the home stadium, the Edward Jones Dome, into the top 25% of the teams in the league, i.e. top 8 teams of the 32 NFL teams in reference to luxury box amenities and overall fan experience. That's what they're talking about under that. Under the terms of the lease agreement, the St. Louis CVC was required to make modifications to the Edward Jones Dome in 2005. We're 10 years after that. That didn't happen. However, then owner Giorgio Frontiere waived the provision in exchange for cash that served as a penalty for the city's non-compliance. City of St. Louis in subsequent years made changes to their scoreboard and increased the natural lighting by replacing panels with windows. Although the overall feel remains dark. I can agree with that. I've been there. It's shit. It's literally dark. It's depressing. It's an indoor stadium, but there's almost no natural light. It feels like I'm in like a middle of a basement, a dark basement. What the hell? Like that's a sports stadium? Clearly not in the top 25% of sports. It's not falling apart. It's only 20 years old, but let's see. The minor renovations total about $70 million. That's like chump change.
Wow.
Did not bring the stadium. See, those renovations did not bring the stadium within the specifications required under the lease agreement, thus keeping the dome in a state of uncertainty. On February 1st, 2013, an arbitrator, made of 3 people, selected to preside over the arbitration process to fund the Air Jordan Dome was not in the 25% of all NFL venues, and as required under the terms of the lease agreement between the Rams and the CBC. They said, it says, the arbitrator further found that the estimate of $700 million in proposed renovations by the Rams was not unreasonable given the terms of the lease agreement. Finally, the city of St. Louis was ordered to pay the Rams attorney's fees, which totaled reported $2 million. And here's what makes it even better. Publicly, city and county and state officials have expressed no interest in providing further funding to the Everett Jones Dome in light of those entities. See, if we have this new stadium that's being built, what's going to happen to this old stadium?
I know.
And we're in the city of St. Louis, where crime rate's high. Some asshole's going to take over that place and make it a drug pin. Yeah, that's what I'm scared about. Let's see. It says they approximately continue to owe $300 million more in that facility. As such, if a resolution is not reached by the end of the 2014-15 NFL season, the city of St. Louis remains non-compliant in its obligations under the lease agreement. The Rams would be free to nullify their lease and go to a year-to-year lease. At this time, the city of St. Louis and the state of Missouri are in the process of creating a new stadium deal to present the Rams as already presented. On January 31st, 2014, this was last year, both the Rams, the Los Angeles Times, and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch reported that Stan Kroenke purchased approximately 60 acres of land adjacent to the Forum in Inglewood, California. That was a horse track, abandoned horse track. He would be, by most conservative estimates, sufficient lands on which an NFL proper stadium may be constructed. It's $90 to $100 million. The land was initially targeted for a Walmart Supercenter, but Walmart could not get necessary permits to build the center. Guess what? Kroenke is married to Ann Walton Kroenke, who is a member of the Walton family. He's the second richest owner in the league. Paul Allen is, you know who Paul Allen is, right? He owns the Seattle Seahawks, and he's co-founded Microsoft.
Wow.
Yes, he was always cut out. He's ever since Bill Gates. No, if it wasn't for Paul Allen, there would be no freaking billionaire Bill Gates that he is today, loathing in his freaking giant-ass Surface. This mansion has like 50 Surface screens on it. On January 5th, 2015, the Los Angeles Times reported that Stan Kroenke and the Stockbridge Capital Group are partnering up in developing a new NFL stadium on an Inglewood property owned by Kroenke. The project will include a stadium to 80,000 seats, holy shit, and a performance venue to 6,000 seats, while reconfiguring the previously approved Hollywood Park plan for up to 890,000 square feet of retail, 780,000 square feet of office space, 2,500 new residential units, a 300-room hotel, and 25 acres of public parks. Holy shit. Open space and pedestrian and bicycle access, and as well as playgrounds will also be included. The stadium will likely be ready by 2018. That's 3 years from now. In lieu of the St. Louis countered with the stadium plan for the North Riverfront area of North and downtown, with the hopes of persuading Missouri native Stan Kroenke to keep the Rams in the city. So that's all that's on that. But you know, it's horrible. It's hard to see. It's hard to see that them go. It really is. You never had an NFL team, so you never got to experience it. But you know, I actually thought about moving to Los Angeles. So it's like, if I move there, guess who's moving with me? a freaking my NFL team. Well, my favorite team is the Patriots, but anyways, my local NFL team is moving with me. That's hilarious. That's crazy. I don't know how you could take it away. Like, I don't get that. I don't get how. Oh, it's a business deal. Well, guess what? Rams games never sell sell out in 48 hours. Neither does half the league. So imagine if Los Angeles, the second largest city, could not watch football because of a blackout. Yeah, that's why I don't think the league's gonna be happy about this. Anyways, so what do you think of that? The fact that we're gonna lose a second sport. Not we're my city's gonna lose 2 sports teams. Well, you're laughing like, oh, we don't have any sports teams, so you should be complaining.
It could always be worse, Misha. That's all I have to say. It could always be worse.
So the fact is, who would want to move to St. Louis?
Anyone in Nebraska? Hoo-hoo.
See, I don't think they're a move. That would be interesting. You know what I want to say? I want to see a team move to Omaha, Nebraska. I want to see the Oakland Raiders. Why does Oakland have a team? They already have in the Bay Area. They already have the San Francisco 49ers. Why? I think the whole reason's they're like the Green Bay Packers. You know, they're retro. Tired of this retro BS. That's like move. Oh, guess what? In the same year that the Rams left, we had the Oakland Raiders leave Los Angeles. So 2 teams left Los Angeles. That doesn't tell you something about Los Angeles. That means that Stan Kroenke is making a bad decision.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hilarious. It could be worse. We could have no teams, but you know what also happened? Kansas City built something called the Sprint Center. They spent almost $1 billion on that. Guess what? To get an NBA team or an NHL team to move in. Like a few years ago, they spent to build the Sprint Center. Guess what? Never happened. Never ever happened. They still have no NBA or NHL team. They built that stadium for no reason. That's hilarious.
It is.
Cities desperately want these teams, and I laugh how they're always like, we're going to torture you. We're not going to add a team there. I find it hilarious. I literally, it's just shocking. Okay. Now, I want to switch topics. Decline of the FPS. You could answer for that one. Call of Duty. That was the fact that it hasn't dropped yet is a fact. Just really showing that it's inevitable. It will start to decline. Let's face it, right? Call of Duty will decline. Is that a prediction you make? Call of Duty, it will decline. How about Battlefield? Decline?
Well, since they're changing it up, it's probably going to get shaken badly.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to get Battlefield Hardline because it comes out a week after my birthday. I'm going to pre-order and everything. I'm going to play the beta. Oh, shit, the beta came out today. I should have played it today.
Yeah.
Fuck. I said that F word. I'm sorry. I could have played it. I literally could have played a freaking Cops versus Robbers. I missed it during the E3 period, so I want to play it. So I have a PS4, so that's what I need. I don't know if it's available on PS3, but I know it's available on Xbox One, PS4. On PS4 first. Actually, I don't like that. I think that's so stupid. When consoles have freaking DLC exclusives or beta exclusives, what the hell? That's not fair. That's not fair to people on the other consoles. It's not. You might not like the Xbox One, but those people who, accidentally spent their money in the wrong place and now can't get another console, they're stuck with not getting Battlefield. So let's see. Let's see, what else? Maybe talk about Gamersgate. Anna Sarkeesian. Everybody wants to talk about Anna Sarkeesian on mainstream media. Anna Sarkeesian's this. Anna Sarkeesian's that. Anna Sarkeesian, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a shit. She is a attention. I don't want to call her whore because that's mad because I'm going to call her freaking sexist. But she took a thing about journalism, changing journalism and video game journalism, because you know how everyone keeps buying out shit. And turned it. I'm the victim, and that video games are insulting to women. I'm like, no, they're trying to send a message. That's what they're trying to do. If you use GTA 5 as an example, shame on you, because that's supposed to be a parody of everything that's wrong in this world.
Yeah.
Or BioShock Infinite. What else? That showed racism, sexism.
Also, the true ending, you had to buy it.
That's true. Let's see. How many games can we count where women? Oh, Metroid. There you go. A woman did badass shit. Okay.
Then she became very sensitive.
But still, you would talk about, oh, it's only men shooting stuff. I could face you on that one. Let's see.
Oh, what I love is like the whole girl gamer thing. Like people like freak out all the time.
It's getting close to like 40% of all gamers are women. So it's like, so it's nice. It's over. This whole era of it's also what's embarrassing is the fact that we're taking something that it's some 40-year-old dude's living in his parents' house in his basement. No, it's no longer that. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry in which people come home from work and instead of going and watching a TV show, they're gonna waste their time on a video game. It's the same thing.
Where they actually get to shoot at other people and get out their stress.
And they also use their mind. Because when you watch TV, you don't use your mind. You just watch and you watch other people do stuff. Versus I'm actually critically thinking about what's going to happen. Strategy in some ways. Even if you're playing Call of Duty, you kind of use strategy. I mean, am I going to go this way? Am I going to go this way? You know? It's stupid. It's literally... I'm tired of this freaking stereotype that video gamers get. It's just horrible.
Honestly, though, I have to double check at times because I don't insult people.
No, I know. But
because a little boy sometimes has such a high-pitched voice it sounds like a woman.
Yeah, I double check because there are some women on there that have high-pitched voices. That's true. So it's.
I always double check. Wait. Are you a woman or a little boy? I don't want to insult you.
Yeah, I don't want to insult. Yeah, that's true. Because no, that's the only game I don't want to play on. Like the only thing I hate about online, there's always some weird stuff. There's always babies crying. Literally in Call of Duty, that's every time you get in a lobby, there's always somebody with a baby crying. It's like stop playing Call of Duty and take care of your freaking kid. Like holy cow. Like what are you doing playing a video game for? Like you know you can hit quit, right? You're in the lobby. You could just hit B. You can hit the back button. You can hit circle. You see this? You can hit circle on PlayStation consoles, or you can hit. I think it's Y. If I'm not, no, I'm trying to think. What's the button? It's just B. I think it's B on Xboxes. It's that easy. Escape if you're on PC. So. I don't know why people do that. How many times have you had that happen to you?
A lot.
Exactly. I'm like, what the... I want to get on the headset and say, go take care of your kid. What the hell are you doing playing Call of Duty for?
I actually was in a lobby where a couple guys ended up ripping on a little boy so bad because he was talking so much smack, and we all shot him to hell and targeted him. This was free for all, too. We took turns shooting him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we literally took turns.
That's true, yeah. You know what we should do? I'm just saying. Maybe I'm gonna play the Battlefield. I'm gonna live stream that crap. I'm gonna play that maybe tomorrow. Battlefield
Honestly, when the
Battlefield.
whole new game comes out, though, the Dragon Ball Z
You get that. Yeah.
universe, I'll tell you what it's like because I pre-ordered for PC.
Oh, wasn't that Ocarina of Time? The Majora's Mask remake of it is coming out for Wii U, I believe, and
3DS also.
Yeah, too. I'm trying to think. Evolve's coming out, though. I think it's too much like Left 4 Dead, but with monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's interesting that you can be a monster, but
Yeah.
other than that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get that game on that because I think it get boring pretty fast. I mean, Left 4 Dead was fun. I'm not gonna say that was an awesome game. You're gonna agree with me there. So, but I'm not gonna go far and say I'm not. Zombies are somewhat better than monsters. I don't
Aliens
know.
is annoying to be honest. Zombies is a lot more fun than the aliens in Black Ops.
Well, because a monster is huge, right?
Yeah.
Zombies little. You can have like a bunch of them. So you can have a monster zombie. So, but no, you can't have a. You can't have like a mini monster or whatever, because that wouldn't be a monster then. Cause,
It would be a munchkin. Hey!
yeah, that'd be 1,000 freaking munchkins. That's what they should have done. They should have left for munchkins.
To make a giant monster, have them stack up on each other and make a giant munchkin.
Just I think we just insulted like 5 people who are little.
Hey, we didn't
people.
say it like that. We're making jokes about like how there can't really be a small monster. That would be terrifying. It's like the ghoulies.
I'm gonna get a message that says from a like Munchkins fan club, and they'll be like, "F you, you stupid bitch! You know, you're calling freaking Munchkins." I'm like, Jesus! I always laugh at that. Somebody said I look like Kenny.
Let me just put it this way: half my family is Japanese. When I go visit them, they actually make the joke go Gajira and point at me.
Russians are small too.
Yeah, so I tower over them, so I'm used to that, and it's kind of like a joke.
Yes. Calm down, people. You know, we could just be referring to the Wizard of Oz ones, which were kind of annoying, but...
Did anyone of them actually commit suicide, though? Like, is that proven?
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know if that's proven, but I heard about one of them died. They're all old now, so they're...
No, like, in the movie
They're
itself.
small, What? No, I don't think so.
You know, I've
That
always
seems
wondered
a
that.
little... They committed suicide, what the hell? Like, what kind of movie is that? Like, you know what the funny part is? I have foreigners that come over here, my Russian friends and stuff. They come over here, they're like, they see tornado warning, and they think, oh my god, tornado, like, that, I thought those were all the fairy tales. I'm like, no, it's not a fairy tale, you should probably get into a shelter, because if there really is one, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a freaking flying brick or a tree will come into your house and pretty much unfortunately kill you, like, so it's very unfortunate. Oh yeah, the other thing I hate is why do everybody death threats? I looked all those people who make death threats. If you look at their Twitter account, they like, oh well, I hope I don't have to go to school today. But then they send somebody, F you, you stupid ass. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, yeah. They have normal.
It's like call major internet flame war material.
Dude, like I'm gonna do. We should do an entire podcast going through this. I should go through an entire stack of hate mail and just read it. Like I got one that just said fuck, and I'm like, are you okay, sir? Because it sounds like you're in pain. Like, and I'm like, are you? You didn't even say you. You just said fuck. Like something's wrong. Like that's scaring me, sir. Did you go to the hospital? Because I mean, call 911. Don't send me a message. That's hilarious. Like why? Like people just go through effort. They think it's I like to cuss, so I'm just gonna send somebody a cuss. I don't know. Or those fanboys. I always hate those freaking fanboys. oh, the phone wars. Android's better than iOS, and then iOS is better than Android. I'm like, who the hell cares? Like, Jesus Christ, they're essentially the same thing now. They essentially do the same things. So please, quiet down.
Yeah.
Not gonna it's not life or death. Holy cow. And then there's like the Microsoft dude for Windows Phone. I'm like, which nobody, like the one Windows Phone. Oh, it's Nokia, so great. I'm like, yeah, Nokia is great. Like, all phones are great in their own respect. You buy your own phone, that's your own phone. You don't have to force somebody else to do it. I understand if you're making somebody a recommendation. Well, I chose Android over iOS. I personally go with Android, but some people will go with iOS.
Wow.
You've seen those, right?
Yeah, I have.
I used to watch iPhone videos back in the day when the smartphone market was booming, just and then every year there was just the phones were dramatically faster, and now it's just whenever there's a new phone that comes out, they're kind of like slightly faster and they're not justifiable. I don't know. So is that what you think now? They're not really justifiable, like.
My thing is, when I see the new iPhones, like, oh, iPhone 6? Oh, you pay for extra inches. Waste of time.
No, I hate it because, I mean, like, everybody I know has an iPhone. Like, holy cow. Like, Jesus. Like, I didn't know people were that into iPhones, but, like, literally everyone has an iPhone. I'm not joking. Literally everyone I know has an iPhone. Like, if you walk into my school, or even if you walk to my community college, all you see is just iPhones. It's like, I'm like, I hear that Android has a higher market share than iOS, but I clearly don't see that. At least not here.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's always I hate I hate Snapchat. That shit is so stupid. I mean, Vine is okay, but Snapchat, what the hell? Oh, I laugh when people think that they could take. There's some people who make. I don't want to. Maybe I know this is. I already said cuss words, so I might as well go into this. Some people will take like sexting. They'll do it on Snapchat. Oh, it goes away after 10. I'm like, no, it does not go away after they look at it. It's permanently on Snapchat server somewhere. Dumb idiots. People are so stupid. Just saying.
True. But then again, most of them do not know how to work with basic computer functionality. Or anything that we've discussed, to be honest.
Well,
We've both grown in an age where we've learned how to live with computers entirely. Work with them, control them, destroy them.
Interface with them. Yes, that's what it's called, interfacing. Like, it's actually not too complicated. Like, that's always my thing. It's like trying to break it down. How do I burn a CD? And I was like, oh my god, okay. So you put the CD in there, right? Yeah, you gotta do that. I mean, obviously it's not gonna burn by itself. You put it in there. I literally go to iTunes. I said, what do you want to do it? You said put everything you want into a playlist, then right click on it, and then it says burn CD. And they'll guide you through the rest.
Just hope you have enough space on that CD for what you're trying to burn.
No, here's another one. How do I check my email? I'm like, go to your phone, take email. Wow, is that not more easier than that?
It's like, oh, what does this black magic you have done?
Oh, my battery's getting low. This battery on this phone, I do have to admit though, after 2 years, that phone batteries go crap, and my phone is doing that. It's a great phone, but and I got the Made in America phone, so.
Yeah.
That guess what? That Google sold to Lenovo, who's a Chinese company. You know what that means? That plant closed.
Yep.
All freaking Chinese. They come in here and steal everything from us.
Actually, they made everything for America's, Misha.
No, they steal our jobs, but then they're like, oh, we make for cheap. We pay 10. We'll take 10 cents for your freaking to make your
iPhone 5 iPhone 6
It's like, Jesus, I'm like, I'm like, I feel bad for those people. I'm like, that's why I like them, because in America we have something called unions, so that doesn't happen here. People don't get paid like 10 cents an hour. We have minimum wage laws. We have protections against that kind of crap. That poor treatment. We have discrimination laws, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you think of? Let's see. People want me to talk about ISIS, but I want to talk about ISIS because they're also evil in like every single way.
Misha,
Yes.
let's just go on to something that there's no way we could insult any of the government.
Oh yeah, that's pretty easy to insult the government. It's not. I'm not saying.
Talk about video gaming and how we get annoyed when we have the small children whose parents probably don't care about enough to take care of them or teach them right from wrong, come yelling at you over the thing and saying, I screwed your mother and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that happens too often too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, what I hate is, oh gosh, the kind of mess. Let's see, GTA 5. You know how many kids got GTA 5? That was like pisses me off. It's like, oh, this is people who actually like have mature minds, because the kind of stuff that happens in I understand. Okay, there's millions of people. Don't ban the video game. It should be 13 and up. That's what I think. I don't think it should be 18 and up.
Yeah.
Because we've had that experience. So you've seen me. I have to go use you or something. By the way, I still have Battlefield 3 from you, so I still have it after like it's been like, gosh, 3-4 years now. Holy cow, that game is like.
Yeah, because I was the one who had to buy it for you.
Yeah, I still have it just because it's collector's edition or whatever. It has just 5 more maps, and I never even played them because they never ever. No servers actually hosted those maps. Hilarious, ain't it? Because that's the other thing I want to rant about. Battlefield. Why the hell do they not? Why is EA so cheap that they make people buy the servers and rent the servers? We paid $60 for the game. We should be able to, you should be able to have your EA, for Pete's sakes. You should be able to have your own servers. They're the only game that does that. Oh, you have to rent your servers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know people are like, oh, but it's EA. No, it's not some small little development, indie developer. This is like EA. This is the largest video game company who does not make consoles. And another thing I read up on was to follow THQ. That was hilarious. They literally were at 2007 the peak of their life, and then they crashed. You have things like Homefront that got underfunded. They relied too much on licensed games, i.e. SpongeBob, Hannah Montana, which games nobody buys. Then they went to mobile, all those family games. Well, they went to mobile, and they went to Nintendo. And THQ just plummeted.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sad? It's just sad to see that company go away. They were so big. They were so freaking big. They were huge. They were huge. And then they came out with things like the U-Draw game tablet. Why would you invest money in that? Especially right around the time the Wii U was being announced. It's horrible.
It is. Like waiting for a League of Legends match to come up. The delays for that stuff.
That's not the same. Well, people lost their jobs, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen no matter what. Like when a company tried to make a horrible game and ended up losing all their funding.
Oh, here it was. Bilson, here's one of the guys. The core games team had faith in Bilson, but many players within the division believe THQ hamstrung itself, never completely letting go of its licensed game legacy. Bilson tells Polygon that when he joined THQ in 2008, the company had more than 15 studios. Within 6 weeks of joining, They chose him above closed 5 studios and cut the overall production budget by 30 to 50%. That's a bad idea. He had been brought on to improve quality, but THQ had already started taking away the resources required to do that. Here's what Billson says. My theory, and I think this is partly true, quality takes time and money first, then talent as well. THQ wasn't resourced in a way to compete with other major retailer or publishers at the time. They were trying to do everything cheaper when I got there.
Yeah.
It says THQ had spent no more than $9 to $12 million on a game, which included its marketing and budget. Include marketing in its budget. Competitors in the AAA industry had been spending money more than $20 million on game production alone, not including marketing, promotion, and partnerships. Let's see. They had Evolve. That was from THQ. That's unbelievable if they came from that. It's crazy though. It's like this was a huge team that just closed so fast. It just happened so quickly. Because they're like, oh, we're fine, and then literally like about a month later they're like, well, we're gone. We're bankrupt. We're closed. Remember that? It was like bam. I was like, it happened. It literally we've had podcasts that were talking about this, but it just happened. It literally just snap a finger.
Was there actually a company that basically canceled a game before it even came out?
Canceled a game before it even came out.
Yeah, apparently some guy, or the game that was all hyped up, but they canceled it right before it came out.
The Last Guardian? Well, that never came out.
I don't know. It was like an older one.
You know what I'm talking about. Every E3 people keep talking about Last Guardian. And so it's still in development, but, you know, it's been around for like 7 years. Oh, it's supposed to be like an exclusive for PS3. BS. Let's see. Oh, THQ tried to make an MMO, like League of Legends or World of Warcraft. And again, that was underfunded and eventually cut.
Yeah.
And then people here said, THQ, oh, it was a good game. You know, we're almost done with it. Then you cut it. You spent all that money, you just cut it. Not even try it. Not even released it digitally on PC, which is that's all they had to do. Let's see. Some of THQ's more high-profile core projects like Chaos Studios' military shooter Homefront suffered because of this. While Homefront did end up being profitable for THQ, it wasn't the hit the publisher banked on to be. They wanted it to be like a Call of Duty. I remember that, or Battlefield. It was underfunded. Again, it could have been. I literally saw the ideas in that game. Hopefully, Homefront 2 will fix that, but that new one that's coming out, hopefully, Crytek will fix it. Plus, Crytek makes pretty good-looking games, so to see Homefront in good-looking game, it's gonna be good. Davis believes CEO Brian Farrell and executives around him still had their hearts in the licensed game business and failed to see that AAA games needed more time, more money, and more flexibility than they were willing to give. That's so funny. That was bad. There you go. It says, with licensed game revenue drying up by 2009, THQ's core division uncertain that it would produce Call of Duty-sized successes and mounting tension between the two divisions. THQ, obviously, he's referring to the license/family and kids division, and the AAA core division, which was probably what they just should have stuck with, the AAA core division, because that's where the market was going towards. Oh, stupid of THQ. It says, so in mounting tension between two divisions, THQ is weakening with each financial quarter. In attempt to find success, Farrell pushed the core division to carve itself a slice of the massively multiplayer online pie with its own MMO. Oh, that was Warhammer. Oh my god. World of Warcraft was the biggest MMO at the time. Which eventually League of Legends replaced that, but others within THQ are also baffled by the decision to chase MMOs. The company didn't have a lot of experience with multiplayer games or online games, let alone massively multiplayer online games that would potentially have to support millions of players.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. Earlier that month, it says every person Polygon spoke to agrees on one thing. By 2011, the company was truly well in crisis mode. See, it goes from 2008 to 2009, then 2010 to 2011. But they were so silent about that. That's all. Nobody knew that they were in crisis mode. Earlier that week, the company launched the second generation of UJAW tablet, a tablet game for both PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. The first success of the tablet, launched a year earlier for the Nintendo Wii, proved a significant success. The second generation sold so poorly, one former employee reports that in a meeting between executives discussing the tablet's early sales figure, one person asked if the decimal point was in the right place, because the figure was so disastrously low. That's horrible. Well, here it is. So it came from two people from marketing. It says it was incredible, Wright says. That's a former employee. It's unheard of for somebody from marketing to pitch something and have it greenlit. It never happens. We all have ideas, but of course, most marketing teams' ideas are bullocks and not very good because we're not product development guys. We really don't know what happens in the studio, so they didn't tend to listen to us that much. That was bad. And then you got studios like Volition who are doing so well with Saints Row.
Yeah.
Faction, and they had hits like Metro 2033, and Homefront was doing all. It just couldn't stop the fact that they had this mentality. They could have survived. They're saying if they would have made it. Let's see. Many of the employees who stayed to the end hoped that JHQ would make it to the launch of the next generation consoles, the Wii U, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One. It could save itself. The company had a slew of original IP in the works, like Evolve, Homefront 2, the historical open world game 1666, which I'm interested in, and new IP has a significantly better chance of succeeding at the beginning of a console cycle than at the end. One former employee spoke to THQ. Says if THQ can pull it through the end of the new until the new console's launch, it could have gotten a second chance. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
A whole long story into it, but Oh, and then here's how it all failed. U.S. bankruptcy judge Mary F. Woolworth denied the sale because they sold it to that credit company, Clear Lake Financial. They sold it to that company. He said THQ didn't even have to put out to the public that it was for sale until potential buyers signed non-disclosure agreements. She concluded that a sale to Clear Lake Capital was not in the best interest of THQ's creditors, and she instead ordered the company's assets to be split and sold. So one employee says, if the sale had worked, it would have been fine. That's why we stuck it out. We realized it wasn't going to happen when the judge made the call. Bankruptcy courts often make decisions that benefit the employees rather than the corporate investments. So there's every chance we get that single sale. Wow, she was bad. She's like, oh, you didn't tell anybody, so we're just going to get rid of the company altogether. That was a bad move. That was a bad judge. I wouldn't do that. I would be like, go ahead. You should have told us. You'll have to pay a fee later on, but you know, you don't have to worry anymore. Anyways, I think I want to end this podcast right here because I'm kind of exhausted. So, final thoughts on THQ. It's a company that should have existed. I'm sorry, it should not have went away. If they would have made it to the next generation consoles, they would have succeeded, according to many people in THQ. That's insane. They literally were this close to having success, but then collapsed and then it went away. And then that's sad. That's sad news.
It is.
It is. It's horrible. So, I mean, the good news is all those studios are sold off to other companies, so it's the legacy of THQ remains. Like Volition, like have you seen Saints Row? I played Saints Row 4, and that came after that was being developed while THQ was falling apart. And I could tell they weren't even affected. They made the craziest ass Saints Row I've ever seen in my life. That was over the top, like Saints Row is known for. Will you agree with me on that statement too? I mean, did you play Saints Row 4?
Yes, I have.
How was it?
It was actually pretty fun.
Exactly. I'm not even. I still got to play some of the DLC. The new one that just came out, Get Out of Hell. They re-released it for next-gen consoles, which it looks good, next-gen consoles. It's a cartoony game, so it's not gonna look excellent, but it looks good. They literally have a new city called Hell. Like you go to Hell. There's like the what do you call it? The denizens of Hell are driving around in like they're driving around in cars. Yeah. That's hilarious. Freaking people in Hell are driving around in cars. Like they don't look like people. They look like those like necromorphs. You just imagine necromorphs driving in cars. That's hilarious. That would be hilarious. Dead Space 3. Open world with necromorphs driving around in cars.
That'd be terrifying, man.
Well, imagine if they just didn't attack you. They just drove around in a car.
That'd always be terrifying, because they're fucking necromorphs.
Well, that's true. That game, I didn't. The entire game was literally, it was so. Oh, you turn your corner, you hear something, you turn your corner, you're like, oh my god, like I could not play that game because, like, literally my first 5 minutes. You see me try to play Dead Space. It's not fun.
I've beaten them all, first two so far.
Scary as hell. Five Nights at Freddy's looks scary. I don't want to play that. I remember when Slender Man was big, I was like, that didn't really scare me though. Because I was like, this isn't real, so I didn't get it. But like, freaking Dead Space, man. Then, what, Dead Space 4 is going to probably have like next gen necromorphs, better lighting. That's probably gonna make it worse. Scarier.
Yeah.
The next gen, like, oh my god, holy cow. Oh, that game. There's more enemies than necromorphs, right?
There you got your necromorphs, your advanced necromorphs, your necromorphs that spit acid, your necromorphs that try to eat your ass.
There's like 5,000 forms of necromorphs. What does it? Did the story do it? Did they ever explain why they formed? Or did it just appeared out of nowhere?
Yeah, pretty much they come out. They come everywhere.
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. They just sleep in a freaking vent and then just wait for you to come out and then
Yeah.
kill you, eat you. So, I wish it was like a zombie game where you just turn into the necromorphs. That'd be fun, being a necromorph, hunting people.
Well, technically, it's a zombie game, Misha.
It's true, technically, but
You are fighting on Forts of the Undead.
that's true. They are kind of human, but no longer human.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Well, here you go. Xbox One charging, no charging cable included.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Crapbox 1, at it again.
All PS4 gamers get 30 days of PS Plus. All Xbox One gamers get 14 days of Xbox Live. And I think it's like Xbox Live like Silver. It's not even. I remember it wasn't even Xbox Live Gold. It was Xbox Live Silver. So you don't even get. You can't play online. I was like, wow. And you don't get free games, like good games. Like you get games from like 10 years ago. Ah, that was bad. Anyways, I'm gonna end this. Bye, everybody.
You ending it now, Misha?